everybody, so we are officially in February and it is the month of love, and we are getting started on our Craft Buddies Valentine's challenges. So I've decided to start with the one that I thought was the easiest, which is the self-love is important. One can't pour love from an empty mug. Create a me-to-me inspirational mug as a reminder. So I've had some time to think about these, and let's just refresh your memory of what's in here. We have this gorgeous pink travel mug that matches my beautiful pink mat. And then we also have some color change vinyl. So I've checked it in the sun. This is a purple one. I will show you a video of it changing in the sun so that you can see. So I had some time to think about what I wanted to do, and I have a design set up already. So I'm just going to run you through the design space aspect of it, and then we're going to put it together. Okay, so today's design is pretty simple. There's not much to go through on design space. I've obviously added in my text, and I've added in some pictures which I found on design space. I searched for leaves and flowers. The one thing I am going to show you though is how to properly line up your layers, because you obviously want good layering. We're going to layer it before we add it onto the mug. So the challenge was to make an inspirational mug from me to me, and I wanted something simple yet meaningful. And the fact that we were going with a color changing vinyl, I knew that I wanted something to do with flowers, something to do with blooming, growing, because when you go in the sun, it's going to change and it's going to look like the flowers are blooming. So I thought about a couple different sayings. I was thinking about keep blooming or always bloom, but I also wanted something that symbolized my faith a bit, because that's something that I'm growing in every day, is my faith. So I went with the words grow in grace. So what does it mean to grow in grace? So in the Bible, it tells us to grow in the grace and knowledge of the Lord Jesus Christ. To grow in grace is to mature as a Christian. We are saved by grace through faith, and we mature and are sanctified by grace alone. We know that grace is a blessing that we don't deserve. It is God's grace that justifies us, sanctifies us, and eventually glorifies us in heaven. The sanctification process, becoming more like Christ, is synonymous with growing in grace. We grow in grace by reading God's word and letting it dwell in us richly, and by praying. Those actions by themselves don't mature us, but God uses these spiritual disciplines to help us grow. So I'm not going to read you the whole thing, but that is the basis of it. And then there's also a more personal meaning to it. So for me, to grow in grace is for me as a person to grow in my everyday life, and to do it gracefully. I know that's not what the meaning of the actual saying is, but that's another way that I look at it. So there's not only one meaning to it for me. So it reminds me that even when things don't go my way, even when things are difficult, even when I feel like giving up, I need to handle life gracefully, and I need to keep growing. So I've got a couple very important meanings to this, and I'm actually super excited for it. So let me show you what I'm doing with the layering. So obviously this is a little bit difficult. I've already done two of them, and I'm now going to go on to, I've actually only done one, to be honest. No, I said three. Okay, so that's on that flower. As you can see, there's our flower there. So what we're going to do is we're going to ungroup that so that they're all single. Now it's easier for me to differentiate on my side panel which is which flower, because these are all on their own. They're not attached or anything. So then I go and I find the circles. There it is. And I go and I find the flower, and I'm going to attach those. And I'm going to repeat this process now for each of the colors, for each of the flowers. There I've got the pink, which is actually going to change to purple. I haven't got there yet. And I'm going to attach. And I'm going to keep doing this. So once my circles are inserted, I'm now moving on to the leaves. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select both and I'm going to say align center horizontally, align center vertically. And then for now, I'm going to group those and I'm going to duplicate them 3 times. And I'm going to put them above each of these. I'm then going to ungroup. Okay, so when we cut this, we're going to use our circles to help us layer it correctly. The only other thing that I did that's even worth mentioning is I added in my wording, and as you can see it's very thin, so I wanted some thickness to it, so I added in my offsets of 0.015, I think. So it's always between 0.015 and 0.018. That will give you more thickness and it'll be easier to cut. So let's just leave that out. I've then left these as a guide so that if somebody else wants to make my project, it's much easier for them to do it. So we're going to get to cutting this and then applying it. We have everything cut. I've used black smart vinyl. I have green permanent vinyl. So I just want to separate them. I hope I've done this one on a high enough setting. These are going to be so much fun to weed. So for this one, I had to keep going and checking at the window which side was up. So for all of these, so this is the color change one. Oopsie. For all of these, I used the holographic vinyl setting on more pressure. So on the flower, I lost a couple of the teeny tiny little pieces, but it's fine. Okay, so let's get to weeding these and then we're going to put it together. Do I have a specific little trick for you to weed them? Not really, just very carefully. So all of these, this one I did holographic vinyl. I also did more pressure actually. So all of them I've just done holographic vinyl, more pressure. Oopsie. Make sure you don't lose any of your design. So with our color change one, I've actually made some of the stuff super small. So my general rule of thumb when doing unsealed items is that they mustn't be too small. They mustn't be too thin, the design mustn't be too small, because obviously the more surface space you have, the better your vinyl is going to stick to your item. Because this is, for me, Oh goodness. Because, oh my goodness. That's right. Okay, because this is for me, I know what to do. If some of the stuff comes off, I can then fix it. If this was for a client, I wouldn't be doing such a small, intricate design. So I guess that's one of the benefits of actually making something for yourself. But if you're like me, that never happens. So we're going to need some transfer tape. We'll start with our flowers. Okay, so 1. Okay, that's just a rough cut. I mean, that's... So we're going to start off with our black. And the fun part is trying to match these up now. I think that goes... I don't know. At this point, I do not know, to be honest. I did make a mistake. So one of the things I should have done is I should have made sure that all these dots were at the same level on each of them. I should have lined them so that they were all at the same level. So let's just start. So what we're using the dots for is we're actually going to line them up. Let me show you, just 1 second. I'm just double checking, am I actually recording this time? Yes, I am. Okay, so we get our trusty old scraper. I remember when working with smart vinyl, always rolling method. Okay, now we get the fun of trying to line these up. Oopsie. Okay, it is this one. So we start, oops. Oh, it's not this one. It's not it. Okay, we're just going to line them up. So the correct way to do the dot method is make sure, especially if you're using more than one of the same thing, is make sure that they're all at the same level so that you don't have the issue I'm dealing with now, which is actually just manually lining it up anyway. There we are. Oh, that's going to be so cute. Okay. Throw that away. And then we're going to need one of these. So we can even do it like that. And we just need one of these pretty things. Oh, this is going to be so cute. I can't wait. Okay. So technically I wasted your time because I'm not even using the dots for what they're for. Okay, so first things first, we need to wipe our surface, make sure it's nice and clean. So I've got this alcohol from Craft Buddies. It's actually for resin, but you can totally use it for cleaning your surfaces. Okay. So we're now working on the bottom. Remembering that anywhere that there's fingers that have touched or there's any type of oils, your vinyl's not going to want to stick to it. Okay. Now let's move all of this. And we're going to begin. Oh, I can't wait. It's so pretty. So pretty. Line it up how you want it. So I actually want mine like that. Yay! I think this is going to look so cute. I can't wait to go outside and show you what it looks like. Okay, now we're going to do our next one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these 1, 2, 3 all the way around the mug. I should probably measure it, but I'm not going to. Okay, you know what? Let's move on. So let me show you on one of them that I am sure of. This one. What it is supposed to look like, or what it's supposed to do. Okay, we use that as a backing. Oopsie, sorry guys. I'm a little bit chaotic today, and I'm sorry that I'm taking you on this journey with me, but okay, so what we can do, so this method would be great if you are doing quite intricate layering. Mine's not too intricate, and I can do this by eye. There we are. Okay, that makes it easier for me. And as you can see, everything is now lining up for me. There we are. Ta-da! Okay, where's our scripper? So if I look at them, I had 2 going outwards and 1 going in. Oopsie, it's not sticking now. I think this is gonna look so cute. There we are. Okay. So it gets a bit trickier here, obviously. Oops, oops. Oops. Oh, this is so cute. This is genuinely so freaking cute. Oops, why are we not sticking here? Why did my... Oh no, you know why? Because we got our stupid tape stuck underneath. That was my bad. Again. Oh, this is gonna be so freaking cute. So this I actually wanted more to the side. There, like so. Wow, wow, wow. This is gonna look so nice once it's done. Okay, let's carry on. So with the transfer tape as well, you can reuse it, but you don't want to reuse it too many times. There are our beautiful flowers. Let's just tidy up our little workspace. So again, I did not do our guides correctly, but you get the idea of how they're supposed to work. So it helps even more if you have like a square or a triangle instead of a circle, because a circle is a little bit harder to line up. So okay, so now you want to decide which way you hold your mug. I hold my mug with this hand, so I think I want to have my writing here. You're then going to have to get something to sort of even it out for you. We're going to clean it again. Oopsie. Okay, now we're going to put our words in. We're going to need clean transfer tape for that. And it's at this point that I get to decide, do I want to do it the same way as I had it on the canvas, or do I want to have it slightly different? So I could have it like grow in grace, or I could have it how I had it on the canvas, which was grow in grace. And I kind of like the staggered look. I can't wait to show this to you in the sun. I absolutely can't wait. But I have to go put a shirt on. So, disclaimer! I'm sitting in my bikini doing YouTube videos. So that's why it's lovely that you can't always see me. Oopsie. Okay, let's make sure it's straight. Oops, let's pull it down a bit. Is it nice and straight? So I think I do want it staggered. Not too much though. Ah, it's so cute. Grow. So I know a lot of people will measure, and you know, 90% of the time I just wing it. If you make a mistake, it's always fixable. Always fixable. This is so pretty. What have we done? So I kind of just messed that up a little, but it actually still works. Okay, and then it's the teeny tiny writing. Oh, I love my mug. I love it. So the back, I'm not putting anything in the front. It says grow in grace. And how quick and simple and easy was that? And I'm actually just going to take it so that I can show you what it looks like outside. Okay, we've got a sunny spot, and I'm going to uncover the mug now. And look at that. Look at that. How absolutely cool is that? I don't know if you can see. Is that not the coolest thing you've ever seen in your life? That is amazing. I love it. So you've seen what it looks like outside. I'm very happy with my mug, and I never would have done this for myself. So I just want to say a huge thank you to Craft Buddies for coming up with this challenge. I think this was the easiest of the three. Next up, I'm going to be doing the layered iron-on one. That will be the challenge for my kids with the shirts and the bags. And then the last one will be the cards. So I'm still completely stumped on the cards. If you have any advice, any input, please let me know. I'm also battling to find a stranger to give the gift to. So if you have some suggestions on like maybe how I could do that, because I think a lot of people are uncomfortable with being on videos, so I'm just trying to find a better way to sort of handle that situation. Because I think a lot of people will really enjoy that surprise, that gift, whatever you want to call it. It's not really a prize because it's not a competition, it's more of a surprise. So if you have any ideas, please let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Your support is always appreciated, and I hope that you're all feeling the love already this February. See you soon.